So I'm in downtown Sardinia right now at the west leg of the Y, and we've got a nice big train coming right there. I'm not sure if they're stopping here. I heard them talking on the radio saying something about maybe dropping off an engine, maybe picking one up, I'm not sure. But they've got the GP 15-1 number 1686 sitting right over there. We got 4 locomotives on the train coming in, 3 on the front and 1 on the back. So we got all 5 of the operational locomotives are right here in Sardinia right now, along with a couple of the Pt2 that don't operate. So this is big time power here. 7 locomotives here all together in one spot. This is a train's hot spot. Cool. Got a load of railroad ties in the orange car. The other hopper is just a storage car coming out of storage. These guns all have rock. There's hopper cars after these gondolas. They're loaded with rock. Then we've got some flat cars. About 7 flat cars that used to be auto racks, and they're stripped down to a flat car. And we got the Green Goblin on the back. This train has a little bit of everything on it, and it's a heavy one.
I'm not noticing anything smoking or sticking there, Jim. All right. He's on down there, Jim. We found one. You got 3-step, 3512.
Got 3-step. Reverser and neutral. Shut off the generator and apply the brakes. Dropping 3-step.
About 20 for cut. Alright, A-head 20 for cut. Here we go.
They said a piston was sticking. I think on this. I believe they meant the locomotive on the end of the train. The green one. Can you see it down there? Way down there. So they're making some kind of a cut. I think they cut that green engine off the back. Yeah, they sure did. Built in 1977, see that? August of 1977 on that car. There's a barcode. This car here's got a barcode on it, see that? They stopped using that technology about the late 70s, somewhere around 78. I can smell something burning. Rotary coupler end. That's why these are painted yellow on the ends. The cars that are painted with yellow on the ends have rotary couplers. See that? I don't know what they're doing. Guess we'll find out here in a minute. All right, they're going to move it 8 car lengths and make a cut. All right, got 3-step. Dropping 3-step, and they're going to try it again. 7 long ones. They'll start moving here in a second. You might have had a brake stuck on or something. Should start moving. Ooh, it is cold. There we go. That's cool when it does that. That accordion kind of thing. It's 23 degrees.
Five big ones.
5 big ones. 5 auto racks, I guess. Four more. See, these used to be auto racks right here. Cut them down to flat cars. All right, they're going to stop.
Why we tried to cut you back here instead of about a switch. 3-step.
Hey, the green engine is still there. Somebody just got out of it.
You're a little slack there, Doug. I'll be slack. Drop 3, Jimmy. Drop my 3.
Maybe that's where they're going to cut the engine off at.
10-11 wind emergency. Flag it my way, Jim. I'll make a cut.
There's 10-11 on the rear.
I mean it this time.
Yep, they did. They cut the green engine off. It's definitely cut off. So that's what they're doing. I'm trying to figure out what they're doing. I heard them saying something about making a cut with that engine. We got to figure it out. Let's go to Mount Orb and get them again. Here's the end of this one. And here comes the green engine. Look at this. Cool. We got a locomotive chasing a train. All right, we're going to go to Mount Orb, then we're going to go to Williamsburg and get them on the hill. Let's see how shiny the rails are. Nice and shiny after that. All right, let's go get them again. But wait, there's more. I'm on Sicily Road, just outside of Sardinia. I counted the cars. I came up with 40. Got 4 different customers on this train, 3 engines. Did have 4 engines until they cut the one off the back. Here we go. Wow, that was a good train. That might be the most rock I've ever seen them take at once in one train load to go up the hill. 4,000 tons of rock. I can't wait to see that. So we're going to be going to Williamsburg, but the next stop is Mount Orb. So here we go. Okay, we are in downtown Mount Orb. We got the lights flashing, and here comes the train. Got another rail fan over there too. Temperature's dropping. Somewhere around 21 maybe? Somewhere in that area. It was 24 when I started. Got rush hour traffic in Mount Orb right now. So a lot of people get to see the train. I think that big company back there behind me just let out at 4:30. There was a ton of cars that came out there just before the train got here. That's where they make trailers. It used to be Trinity. They used to make railroad cars over there. I remember them pulling out those big strings of aluminum hopper cars. But they closed down in the late 90s. That was the biggest employer of the county. Brown County, Ohio. There you go. Everything looks good. Ooh, it's hard keeping the thing steady that far away. Zoomed way in. Look how far I zoomed in. All right, let's go up and still head towards Williamsburg. Man, I'm freezing. It is cold out. Hey, check this out. I'm able to beat the train to the crossing on Brooks Malot. There go the gates. Hey, a school bus gets to wait for it. Wonder how many kids are on the bus. Some kids are getting lucky. They slowed down, so I was able to get them up here. Usually I can't get them at this crossing. This is right next to the schools in Mount Orb. Western Brown, that's the name of the school district here. My kids go there, my grandkids go there. Western Brown. All right, here we go. Let's have a look at this. I'm standing in the truck this time. Big hump of gravel. Look at that one. There's a little bit over 100 tons per car. 4,000 tons of gravel, 31 loads. We also got the car loaded with railroad ties, and the hopper car, it's empty, and of course the flat car, they're light. There she goes. Next stop, the hill, Williamsburg. Look at all the traffic got backed up for that one. All right, we're going to Williamsburg. Let's get them going up the hill. This is going to be really good. It's going to be a challenge with all that weight. Now they've got that other locomotive in Sardinia. If they need it, they can run it out that way. It's not really that far. But wait, there's more. I'm in downtown Williamsburg, and we got the train coming up the hill in 4K this time. Hopefully I can keep this thing steady. All right, there you go. That was in 4K. Hope I didn't move the camera around very much. I'm freezing over here, shivering to death. It's just now starting to get dark, and 21 degrees. Thanks for watching. Check out another video to help my channel out. All right, we'll see you later. And they're crossing Main Street right now. Live action. Woo! It's cold out too, son.